Okie dokie. All right, so we set or what? Yeah, it's on. All right, cool. Can't always tell if this thing is on or not. It is on though. All right. People retarded as usual. I understand why you would be that close to me. For what purpose? For what purpose? Why do you want to be close to me? All right. All right, let's see what's going on here. Did I bring this mouse? Yep. Surely did. All right, cool. All right, we good to go. I believe. Internet looks good. Yes, finally some good internet. Damn, man. Been struggling lately to get this Wi-Fi popping. Okay, just realizing I never finished this. I hate not finishing something that I was in the middle of doing. Can't stand that. Damn. All right, cool. Okay. All right, so J should be good. And now I'm just waiting on Marcus. All right, cool. All right. Let me get over to the chat real quick. All right, we good. We good. What's happening, Don? What's up? Jamie Ortiz, what's good, my brother? Jay Carly, what's happening? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me throw this gum out. I apologize. I just realized I'm chewing gum. It's very rude of me. What's happening, Chip? All right, let me go ahead and get this link out there real quick. All right, got it in 1. And now got it in 2. Okay. You get it in the groups. And I appreciate everyone's patience. I actually had an idea come to me this morning. I'm actually going to talk about it in a little while, not yet, because I want more people to be on here when I mention it. But something that I think is a great idea for folks out there that are doing something online. What else was I about to do? All right, I'm almost done. So think tank and then one more. Yes. All right. Okay, cool. Now I'm done. All right, let me see how long that took. Wow. I didn't even realize I was on that long. So I've been sitting here for 7 minutes. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Turn off notifications for that one. All right, now I got to get this timer straight. Oh, the timer might be set already. Hold up, let me see. Is this muted? Yeah, this is muted. All right, so we good. Excuse me. All right, so what's cracking, everybody? What's happening, Stacy? What's up, Chris? Rich, what up? Osman, Ashe. Yes, sir. Shalom. Peace. Forex trade. I'm not saying I'm number one. Oops. I'm sorry. I lied. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Aha. Yes, the teacher, KRS. Tyler, what's happening? Hip hop heads, huh? The sound was good, man. Yeah, I sampled your voice. You was using it wrong. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. Come on, let's not start with the verses, please. Y'all make me play something. Daniel, what's good? Um, oh, I definitely need to set this then. This is all off. Let me set this timer right now while I have the opportunity to do so. 35. Where is it? Right there. Cool. Boom. All right. Timer set. All right. Good to go. I see Hassan's post now. He put it on my timeline. He said one of his students was asking, "What new rap is that?" Yeah, they don't know what they don't know, man. They don't know what they don't know. Yes, indeed. All right, cool. All right. So so yesterday I had every intention of doing the training actually, but I didn't end up getting back literally until like 1:30, almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was just too much. And I didn't think I would be back that late. Like I thought it was going to be more like 11:30, and I would have done the training that late. But like almost 2 o'clock in the morning, that's a bit much. I didn't want to be dozing off while I'm on the training. So had to skip it. But it's so much training. Like the reason that I feel funny when I don't do training is because that's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so used to doing it, and I know that something valuable is going to come out of it every time. But I mean, there's an obnoxious amount of training that's already in place. It's like I literally never have to do a live training again, for real. Never have to. But that's not the point for me. Like the point for me is that the way that I sharpen my skill is through training. The way that we elevate continuously is through the live training, because more comes through the live training. That's how we've elevated to the point that we're at now, is as a result of being in the market all the time, observation, study, watching it, being ready to take advantage of opportunity when it comes, all of that. So yeah, exactly. What's up, Adele? Rich said it's become second nature. Shit, it's first nature. Like it's funny because that's something that I used to say whenever it's something that I really enjoy doing. I like to say that it's first nature, because that's the first thing I want to do. Like literally, I would rather do that than anything else. Chip said also brings the TA family together every day. Exactly. Yes, it does. And when you think about it, it's like we congregate every day, multiple times a day. So it's like just constant reinforcement and the repetition of what it is that we do all the time. It's impossible to be around that and not get good at what we do. It's not possible. The people that don't elevate and don't improve the way that they would like to, they're the ones that just don't be around. Like, that's it. Like, if you're around, you're gonna elevate by osmosis, like just inevitably and by default. It's automatic, because you can't be around this and not have elevation. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. So if you're around, even if you ain't doing nothing, you could just be in the background listening. And that has happened. I had somebody tell me the other day, it was like, yo, I've been watching you for a year. Like, I've been on this, like, the live streams, never missed a live stream. And I'm like, really? Mind you, this is the first time that they ever even mentioned anything to me. So this is the type of stuff that goes on. Like, people will be watching and they'll be, plugged in for a long time, and it's helping them, because this is what he told me. He was like, yo, just from being connected and plugged in, like when you go live and just watching the videos that you release, he was like, my trading has improved. It's like, I'm not even the same trader no more. And I was already doing it for 5 years before I met you. And I'm like, yo, that's what it is. Like, that's the whole purpose of the platform, really, to me. Team Alliance is here to do that, to elevate people. And that's whether you train in here with us or not. Because the bottom line is, I want to see more people win, and especially the people that really want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's different if it's somebody that just wants to like exploit the situation. Like, that's a good conversation to have, actually. I like that conversation, because it actually helps you to understand the mindset that people have. Matthew, what's good? Don says, studying is a way of life. If you're the same person you were 6 months ago, you need a reality check, level up. Bingo. Yep. Yeah, that's what I want to get into. Exploit the situation. What I mean by that is, like, there's like a term, culture vulture. And I don't know why that came in my head just now when I said that, but it did. But let me just elaborate on it. It's like, if someone wants to, yes, look, I can't even get it out. Here go Matthew. I can't even get it out. He on the vibe already. He knew exactly what I was talking about. Picking up scraps and leaving. Culture is like, you're not really here for the real. You come into the environment of what we do just for your own, like, limited purpose. And in the process of you doing that, you missing out on the biggest opportunity that you probably have run into thus far. Because that's what you do. Like, there's people that just want to exploit a situation, get what they can from it, and then they out. And it's like, if you are like that and you come through this path that we on, my goodness, it's like you literally miss, like, you miss your ticket to heaven. It's like you was right there. You had a ticket, and you just gave the ticket up. Like, this ticket ain't shit. Not even realize that, not realizing that what it is that you ultimately want. It's like, what do you want? And this is the conversation that we constantly be having anyway. It's like, people need more self-awareness. They need to really look at themselves to figure out what they want. If you don't know what you want, you can't get it. So because people don't have really a clear idea of what they really want, what they end up doing is they end up becoming habitually the vulture. Like, you just you getting a little bit, like you just getting a little piece, just enough to allow you to feel content in the moment. And it's like, you're not really achieving anything. in general, like in your life. And I think that that's a strong conversation to have, because when somebody realizes that that's what they're doing, that's the first step to them changing who they are. Because that's a change within you as a person, if that's how you are. Like, and I'm only using us as an example because I've run into people that are like that. Just from how they talk. Just from how they, oh, well, do you think that I'll be able to flip 100 within like 2 weeks real quick? You know what I'm saying? I saw you do your blueprint or your challenge in 21 days. You think I could do that in 10 days? This is real questions. Like, I'm not even joking. This was a real question that somebody asked me. He said to me, he said, I watched your videos. Yo, you think I could do that in 10 days? What is it that you're trying to do where you're trying to do that in 10 days? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, damn. So what I came to realize is that there's quite a few people that have that mentality. And it's like, there are degrees of the mentality. Some people are like that and they got it real bad. Like, they just a vulture. They only want a little bit of something, and then to them that's good enough, and they gone. And they only there for that. They're only there to exploit the situation right now, and then they're gone. Then there's people that feel like they can use this to achieve a goal that they have. So they'll use this as something that can help them to get to where they ultimately are trying to get. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely not. But if your premeditated thinking is to just have just this, then it's like you're not really putting in the real work to allow this to be maximum value for you. Like, you only looking at this as a means to your end, and because your end is not ultimately what the value of this is capable of taking you to, you sell yourself short. So you're looking at this right here is a diamond, but you really looking at this like it's copper. You like, this is copper, yeah, I'm good with copper, when it's really a diamond. But you looking at it like it's copper, it's a penny, and it's really a diamond. So it's like, that's why I like to talk about self-awareness, because it's like, yo, if you taking something this valuable and you making light of it to the point where you totally miss the real value of it, it's like, damn, you just wasting your time completely. Because now, instead of you actually seeing the real value of this and connecting it to what you really want, because you can't tell me that what you really are looking for is not freedom. I believe that everybody wants freedom. You don't want to live your life scrapping. You don't want that. You really don't want that. But you settle for that because that's what you're used to doing, because of your mindset and the way that you think. The way you think is going to manifest in your actions and the way that you do things. That's why people do that type of stuff. It's quick. It's a quick fix. They want, all right, let me get this real quick. Yeah, I'm good. All I need is this and I'm good, man. And it's like, well, damn, all right. Okay. But you missed the whole point. It's like you missed the whole point of this. So instead of you achieving something like freedom, because you limited what you're looking for from the gate, you can't even see the real value of it at all. So to you, it just looks like another thing that's helping you to get to that little scrap that you're looking for at the time, the quick fix. And that's how you moving the whole time, like throughout your life. And that's how you will continue to move until you break that up. So that's kind of where I was like getting at. And that's what people do. They make that a habit. And then once it becomes a habit, it's all over. Like, now that's how you live in life. And that's how you moving through life. And then you wondering why your life sucks. Like, your life, you saying your life sucks. That's you. These are your own words. And I'm like, well, all right, if your life sucks, then you can change it. You can do something about it, but you got to know what it is that you really want. What is it that you're looking for? If you don't know how you going to do anything to get it, if you don't even know what it is. So, yeah, it's very interesting, man. Very interesting. Very interesting. Ernest said they want signals. Yep. And just think about the idea of what signals provide. What value do signals provide to a person? Just think about it. Us getting signals is a temporary fix. Think about it. You don't know where the signals are coming from. You have no idea what they mean. You don't understand why you would either win or lose based on the signal that you receive. Not to mention the fact that you ain't even going to get the results that you're looking to get because of the nature of a signal. A signal has lag. So you ain't even getting the signal at the exact moment that the signal was created. It's a temporary fix for you. So the nature of what signals are, it conforms right to the nature of how people are. That's why people look for that. Anybody seeking that, that's their nature. The quick fix. Oh, well, I want to get into trading, but, I don't got time to be doing all of that, yo. Can you just give me the signals? So, in other words, you don't want to get into trading. You just said you want to get into trading, but the truth is you don't want to get into trading. That's the truth right there. Don said people know what they really want, but they don't want what they know they want. Wait, I got to read that again. We already getting into mic drop territory. People know what they really want, but they don't know. No, I'm sorry. People know what they really want, but they don't want what they know they want. That's hard. That's hard. JT said that's where I'm stuck at, trying to get it in a week and be messing up left and right. See, the thing about it is that we already know that it's like knowing what the result of your actions are beforehand. And then you do the actions anyway. The most difficult part is stopping yourself from performing that action over and over again. You have to stop yourself from doing the action that leads to the result that you know you're going to get from the action. That's the challenge. The challenge ain't the trades that you're taking. The challenge is controlling yourself. What did I tell you yesterday about what my biggest challenge is? And I said it in the video. If you watch the Project 21, the first video that I released, listen to what I said in the video. What is my problem? I said, you know what my problem is? It's going to be hard as hell to only do this once a week. See what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I'm doing it. Because I know that that's a challenge for me. And there has to be an elevation by me going through that challenge. That's what I know was on the other side of it. Because everybody else is like, well, damn, why you got to slow down? I'm not doing it for me. Even though I'm doing the challenge part for me. But the reason I'm doing it in the first place is to be able to demonstrate and to show everyone else what it will look like when they do it. Because if you do it and then this is your result, this is more likely to be what your actual result will be. What if it's this? So then if I do this, now you're able to see like, oh snap, I could do that. Once a week, as much time as I spend on the chart and I'm training and studying, I know I end up with at least that. You see how now your mentality is going to switch up. You're not going to be forcing nothing every day. Because you see what one time a week can do with the same plan. This is always how I think. You see what I'm saying? I'm putting myself in your shoes as the person on the outside looking at me. I already know that what I'm capable of doing, I do all the time. That's nothing. That's regular for me. But if I'm trying to help others to elevate, I have to do it from where you are. And the thing about it is that if you keep seeing me operate as me where I'm at, you trying to chase me. This is what people do. This is what I came to realize. I'm like, you know what? I see what everybody is kind of doing. And not everybody, but I'm talking about, the majority of people that are looking. People that look at me are like, yo, he did that in 21 days. He did that challenge right there in 60 days. Oh, snap. Damn. He making 2,500 a week. Shit. They're looking at me and they're like, I want that. But see, the thing about it is that I'm just doing what naturally comes to me to do. But look at how I've been training and the way that I've been moving for years and years and years. You haven't been doing it for years. You just started. You just were introduced to this yesterday. But you see me and you want to be able to duplicate what you see me do. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I take the time to slow me down, because I'm like, nah, I don't think that somebody is going to be able to actually, when they see me, control themselves like I'm telling them to do, when they actually haven't seen me do that. Because this is what happens. People don't do what you say. And you know that I'm telling the truth. Am I not? What do people do? People do what you do, right? This is the nature of people. So I'm like, so how can I really help other people if I'm just doing what I normally do? And then they're chasing that mark. You chasing mark. You see what I'm saying? You chasing the dude that been doing this shit for 20 something years, and it's just this does it naturally. But you know how long it's going to take you to become him? Some of you are never going to become that. You understand what I'm saying? Because you chasing that. That's now how I didn't become Mark as Mark that you know now. I became Mark in the trenches, losing. You understand? The way that I became Mark is I was losing first and got tired of losing. I went through all of the bullshit first. I didn't just arrive here. So I'm trying to help you to avoid the bullshit. You understand? Like, you're following me, right? I'm trying to help you to avoid the bullshit that created the Mark you know now. Mark you know now was not created just out of thin air. He was created from bullshit, from retardedness. He was retarded, just like how you do now. So everything that me as Mark now, I'm telling you, though, don't be retarded. Don't be retarded. I was retarded. Don't do that. You listen and you like, yeah, I hear you. But what do you end up doing? Retarded shit. Why? Why do you keep doing retarded shit? Because you chasing Mark that you know now. You're not listening really to the Mark that's telling you not to do it. You're chasing the Mark that you see. Like, this is a deep look. I had to really look at shit, because I'm like, why do people still really be hard-headed as hell? Like, every training, I'm saying the same exact thing. And I'm like, damn, so why do they keep doing shit though? Why? Then I'm thinking about all of the challenges that I've done. And then I had to really look at it. I'm like, hold up. They watching what you're doing. They're listening, yes. But they're looking at what you actually are doing. So I'm saying that to say this. Think about me for a second. If I'm literally head on taking on the challenge of slowing down to the point where I can show you what you are likely to do if you actually follow the protocol and move through it the way that you should. I'm going to do it so you can see it for yourself. And then you can do that part. Because you saw me do it too. Like versus all or none. All or none was 21 days. What I'm about to show you is 21 weeks. Weeks. Why? Why am I doing that? Because that's more likely what you're going to do. You're not doing 21 days. You're not going to do it in 21 days. Period. You're going to fuck up. You're going to do a bunch of shit. You're going to get emotional. One loss going to throw you completely off. Next thing you know, you revenge trading. Next thing you know, you the juice man, and you didn't say nothing. You didn't say a word. You became the juice man and didn't say shit. Then when we hear from you, you're like, all right, well, I got to start over. Well, what happened? Well, I took an L. What was you doing? Of course, you was chasing Mark. You chasing all or none Mark. See, now realize I'm literally breaking me down and airing myself out for you to see what you be doing. I see what you're doing. I understand now why you falling victim to the juice man. You see what I'm saying? So again, the purpose of me even talking about all this is because through me slowing it down, I know that that's going to be super, super, super valuable for you. Because now you don't have no excuse. Now you have to look at when I slowed it down. Like, damn, Mark slowed this shit down and did it. And showed me exactly how to do it for real and take my time doing it and not be stressed and not be the juice man. You're not chasing all or none Mark now. Now you chasing Project 21 week Mark, right? It's different. So mind you, I'm doing this sacrificing me, becoming a sacrificial lamb to show you how to do it that way. Come on, man. That's a lot. And I'm like, damn, this is really what I'm actually doing. And mind you, willing to do it. It goes against the grain for what I do. Me trading once a week totally goes against the grain. I can trade without even trying and win. You trying to do that. I have to stop myself from doing that. It's like, damn, well, why are you doing all of that? Sacrificial lamb. There's more value in that for me than me just being me. If I sacrifice myself for the sake of others, what you think the reward for that is? Think about that one. That's why I do it. The reward for that is a whole nother level. Like, you think Team Alliance is crazy now. Watch what happens. Watch. Anyway. So anyway, Rant Man is in the building. What's up, Rant Man? Everybody say hello to Rant Man. And I don't even know who this is for or what. It's for somebody, though. Without a doubt. That was hard. That was hard. Jesus. All right, let me come back up in the chat. Tyler says, signals guarantee one's laziness. Facts. Oh, let me look at this market real quick, see what this thing looking like. All right, Mark's still doing too much. Matthew, JT, every step is still a step in the right direction. How fast you get there isn't the point. Jesus. Making sure you get there is the ultimate goal. Grumpy, you jumped ship when I was asking me of the question yesterday. I ain't jumped ship, man. I had something to do. The captain don't jump the ship. I'm just messing with you, Grumpy. Yeah, I had saw the questions you was throwing in there. I had to go though. I had to leave, but I'm sure that you'll repost them, retweet. Rich said because it takes work to get where you want to be. The work is what they don't want. Exactly. Exactly. One a week is obtainable for the newer trader. Come on. Yes. And see the thing about it is that I want to bring the attention to the fact that that's obtainable. It's likely, and it's more valuable than you chasing all or none mark. That's more valuable than that. That's what I'm doing. I'm contrasting the two. It's like, what have you done so far chasing all or none mark? You done fucked up your account probably, right? See, that's who this is for. This is for anybody that has done that. You chasing him, you can't catch him. You can't catch somebody been doing that shit that long and really been doing. How you gonna catch? I've been in the markets since I was 14, really since I was 10, but in the market since I was 14, and I'm 41. You chasing him and been doing it the whole time. You can't catch him. I can't catch him. And I'm him. I'm slowing him down. I'm literally like, nah, chill. Stay over there for a minute. You guys slow down for a second. Let me do it. Like I'm another person slowing down regular all or none mark. Right now, I'm Project 21 mark, chilling. Sacrificing him for a minute. This shit is deep right now. This is an ill live stream right now, because this right here is like, it's breaking it down from a whole nother perspective. Ernest said, heard this before. Can I just give you my money and you trade for me? Heard it too many times. Don said, you showing the example is helping people eliminate any excuses that they could have. Woo. JT, he said, Matthew, you always be right, bro. Adele said, Grumpy, yo, catch on to mic drops. You got to just relax and just take it. Don't mind. Jay Carly said, oh, your question's been answered, Grumpy. Rich, every skill on earth has to be worked on and crafted. That takes as long as it takes you to mature your skill. Yes, sir. Matthew said, Grumpy K, at this point, you should just sign up for training. Every question you could ever think of will be answered through training. Amen. Chip said he is right about that. Jay Carly, Rich, you were born for TA. So glad you made the decision. Facts. Adele, humble rant man is in the building. Yes, sir. Oh, yes, ma'am. Excuse me. Rich, you hear, but you don't comprehend. Yep. Chris said more nuggets. You already know. Jay Carly, right. You listening, but are you hearing? That's one of my favorite things to say. And it's true. It's very true. Dan said, I'm glad that you're doing that. One time a week is what I need to see. Now, listen to that. Now, mind you, this is Daniel saying that. Daniel been training. But I'm showing you how, as human beings, our mind works a certain way. We're just wired a certain way. We're listening to you, but in all honesty, we looking at you first. Like if you had to weigh what someone will do, they will do what you do before they do what you say. Will they not? That's why people been fucking up their accounts, because they're trying to do what I've been doing. And what I do is natural. I can't even help doing that. That's what I'm saying. Yo, conversations that I've had with people, they can tell you. I'll be like, yo, I can't trade today. I'm trying to slow down. That's why I don't be understanding, like, when people are in training and doing what we do, and they're like, oh, I haven't seen anything in the market. I'm like, well, when do you be looking? The market give it up all the time. All the time. I literally have to slow myself down to not see the trades. Now, mind you, I'm not talking about forcing trades or just trying to get in the market. I'm talking about just turn on the computer and just look. I turn on the computer, press the timer, and then do other shit and just be watching the market. And I see MRMH. I'm like, where was y'all at? What was y'all looking at? And this is what I'm saying. Like, so what that means is that your training and your regimen is not elevating you from the perspective of seeing the basic shit, because you still chasing all or none mark. You trying to chase him, so you're missing the basic shit that you supposed to see. Look at how I'm dissecting everything. I'm literally breaking down what people are going through and what you experiencing. I can't do that if I don't look. This is what I do. I observe and study, not just the market. I'm studying you. I'm like, yo, why? Why would you? Why? Why would you take that trade when there was an MRMH and a follow through trade and you missed it? What happened? How did you miss that? That's what you're being trained to do. How did you miss that? What was you doing that you missed that? I know what you was doing. You chasing all or none mark. That's what you're doing. You chasing 21 days. You see what I'm saying? It took me a while, but I really just started looking and analyzing and breaking it down. And I'm hitting it on the head. I know what you are doing. I know what you're doing. That's what you're doing. But anyway. Rich, I knew this was the energy I need and want. Grumpy, weak, so what? Daniel, I can't be supermarked. That's what I was trying to do. Oh. Come on, man. Come on. This is the come to Jesus moment right now, because I'm breaking not just you down, I'm breaking me down too, to help you understand what you've been doing, so I can lead you on a different path. Because the path that I'm trying to get you to, I can't take you by being this mark. I can't be him and take you here. I have to sacrifice him right now to take you here. That's why I was saying the sacrificial lamb. I'm literally sacrificing me to put you on the path to where you are. You already on that path. Trying to go over here though. You can't go over there. Stay on this path. This is your path. Stay there. Shit is crazy, man. J. Carly said, don't spend all your time trying to figure out how we do what we do. It doesn't work. You'll never find that, because what we do does work when we work. I know that must be for Grumpy right there. Grumpy still got the questions. Oh, snap. Let me see what we're going to be talking about real quick. He said, let's say as an example, I have a goal of say 1,000 a day. You already wrong. You're already wrong, Grumpy. You shouldn't have a goal of 1,000 a day. Why do you have that goal? That's the first question. Don't base your goals on you. Base your goals on what the market provides. And then put yourself in line with the skill that seeks out only what the market is providing at the time. This is gonna be heavy. This is heavy today. I don't even want to read nothing else that he was asking. But I will, because I ain't gonna do that. He said, but I understand that you say you can't dictate what the market gives you as it changes. Yo, how do you ask a question and then answer the question you answered the question in the question? Look, let me read what he just said. He said, let's say as an example, I have a goal of say 1,000 a day, but I understand you say that you can't dictate what the market gives you as it changes. So then you can't have a goal of 1,000 a day. You just answered the question. Also, you mentioned that there are no trades for days or weeks. So even if you scale to max, it would be difficult to make the amount equivalent over a week or month. So what I'm really asking is, on average, how many trades can you expect to get per month? This is the same question that everybody asks. How many trades? How many? Why don't you acquire the skill, execute the skill, and then you tell me how many? You tell me what the average is. I'm going to take y'all with me. We're going to go on the ride real quick. Mrs. Fuller's in the building. What's up, Mrs. Fuller?
Come on. Not today.
You don't got to be on camera, but I'm not cutting off.
Not today.
I'm not cutting this off. I'm on the vibe right now.
Not today.
I'm on the vibe. I cannot get off. Where's this at? Jelani said Lulu. Yep, that's Lulu. What's up, Lulu? You all right?
Why you have the heat on?
That's not heat. That's AC. You hot or cold? That's hot now. You can turn that back on. Roll the window down or something. Yeah, I'm gonna lose my train of thought. So, but basically what Grumpy is asking is the same question that comes up all the time. How many trades? And the point that I'm making is that you cannot box in the market, because the answer to that is going to be determined by your level of skill. So why don't you, instead of asking that question, ask yourself, how bad do you want the skill, and how bad do you want to elevate your skill? Because the more elevated that your skill is, the more trades you will see, the more opportunities you will be around for, because you won't be distracted by nonsense, because your skill level is higher. See, you got a lower skill level if you get distracted. Your skill level is not higher because you're taking more trades. But I don't know why people think that. Where we going, to the towers? You sure you want to go this way? You want to go to the towers though? This right here is heavy, heavy, heavy knowledge. What I'm saying right now. I got to repeat just that last thing I said just now. You think that skill is taking a lot of trades. That's not the skill. Why are you taking so many trades? That's the question you got to ask yourself. So you keep concerning yourself with the numbers because you trying to figure out how much money am I gonna make. You ain't gonna make no money if you lose. Period. So why worry about the numbers? The numbers are not as important as the skill. The skill will equal your numbers. That's why I said I didn't want to come this way.
All right, stay focused.
I'm focused. I was going where I was going. You told me to come this way.
Didn't tell you to come this way.
You said go straight.
No, I just said whatever. I didn't say go straight. I didn't say anything.
You want me to get you there as quickly as possible, right? I got you. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, that was funny. We got to do a vlog on that.
Oh, on what?
That. I know what that is.
Whatever.
That's what I did yesterday, right? That was mad funny. Look, you be see how you be stealing all my funniness?
Whatever. Come on, stay
You be
focused.
taking all my
Stay focused
humor.
on your trades.
I'm focused. I can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but and Grumpy, I'm gonna read the rest of what your comments are when I stop. But I already know what you're gonna ask. If you continue on that vibe, on that vibe, like that vibe that you want to, you know, oh, how much can I make a day? Think about a business. When you have a business, your business is not necessarily generating cash at the same level every day. Depending on the business, you might get the majority of your income on the weekend. You might get the majority of your income on a Wednesday. What's determining when your big day is? Like if you got a restaurant, what determines the day that you're the busiest? And listen, this is how crazy it is. The market. Well, who's the market? The market are your customers, the people that are actually coming there to eat. They determine your busiest day, not you. Oh, it's Wednesday, so you know I want to make about 5,000 a day. Y'all come on in here so I can make 5,000. It doesn't work like that. What do you do in your business? You open every day. You don't know what is going to be the busiest day. You don't. Uh-oh, here we go. Mrs. Fuller's, she in the building. I done brought her into the vibe.
No.
Come on, let's hear it. Unless what?
Unless you have daily specials. And people like.
Yeah, I can't even knock you for that though.
A daily special on that particular day, so you know you can count on that particular daily special on that
day.
Day.
It's like soup of the day. So what's your soup of the day, right?
Or if you have your daily specials, people might like, you know, pork chop Tuesdays.
Right, or clam chowder Thursday.
Right, and so you know.
You right.
You're gonna see the same faces.
You right. Touche. See, this is what happened when you be around me forever. You be on point. That was hard though.
Don't let him fool you.
That was hard.
I taught him how to trade.
Oh shit. Wow. What's so ill is that it sounds convincing, right? Like damn, she sold that. Actually, Miss Fuller she taught Mark how to trade. Like where you hear that? She said it. Like that's it, just because she said it, huh? But that's a good example to use, right? That's pretty good. But yeah, so that's how it goes. When you running your business, the market is going to determine what your money day going to be. You don't make that determination. That's why trading is a business. Think about it. It's the same thing. I just gave you an example in real business and compared it to what we do. You don't know when the market gonna give it up, and you don't try to figure it out. What you do is make yourself Come on, homie. I'm over here already. Like, I got position. I don't know what you're doing. Right, come on. Go, po-po, ho. I'm super focused all the time. I know. I could go in and out like that. You know that.
It's gonna rain today.
It's drizzling. I could tell because I saw that dark cloud all the way back there. I knew.
No, but look at this over here. There's a massive cloud over here to the right.
That ain't even a cloud. That's just dark.
That's storm sky.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yep.
4 minutes late.
Yeah, but this is solid right here. My goodness. Let me see what y'all talking about. You ready?
But then they won't go on Tuesday. They'll go.
Uh-oh, she about to get at you, Rich.
They may not want to pork chop on Tuesday, but they may want,
Tuesday's clam chowder. That's what they want.
Whatever. You get my point.
But see, so, and just to elaborate on that, the thing about it is that you don't know what they want.
Right. Every day you're opening.
You see,
every day you open your business, you're opening in faith.
In faith. You don't know anything.
Nope.
Until they do
You
it.
might have 1,000 customers, you may have one, or you may have none.
Ooh.
So you don't know what's gonna happen. You have to have faith, and you have to do it every day.
And you gotta have faith, and you gotta work.
Yeah. Of course, you go
you open your doors.
You get up every morning, thankfully, hopefully, and you go to your place of business. You open up the gate, right, and you log on, right, to your account. You
Get them.
with faith, and you watch, like they say.
Get them.
Watch as well as pray, right?
She said, "Watch, observe." Did she just say observation mode?
That's right, every day.
And what else you do?
I don't know yet. I'm thinking.
Come on, you on the vibe. Let's get it.
No, I'm just saying.
You wait.
Is that not what a person does when they have a brick and mortar business?
Facts.
They get up in faith. They go open their store.
Not knowing anything.
Not knowing. You could have 100 customers. You could have one customer. Either way, you're gonna perform the same. You're still gonna fix up your store, and you're gonna perform the same.
Perform?
Yeah. You're gonna perform the same. It's like a preacher. He's gonna preach the same way for 1 million people. Well, he should.
That he would for two.
For two. If his house is, 2 that day, that's what it was meant to be. And those 2 he was meant to reach. So, anyway, let me not even take it there because
she about to take you out of church for real.
No, I'm just saying that's just what
no, but it's the same principle. It's the principle. It's the principles. These are real life principles. Like it applies across the board.
Yes, you gotta go onto your account.
In faith. Ooh, and we said it at the same time.
And pay attention. And then not be anxious.
Yo, don't make me mic drop on them. She said not be anxious.
It's all applicable. It's all in the book. Be anxious for nothing. Right? All right, so
I'm gonna be just for that. I gotta be silent for like a minute. I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, it's true. And then when the opportunity comes, and you make sure that it's that opportunity, you pounce on it. You pounce on it. And after you pounce on it,
I'm done.
And you see your winnings and your earnings from that particular trade, because you're taking one trade at a time. You taking it. It's just like being in school. You taking it one assignment, one day at a time, one task at a time, one class at a time. What are you doing, Poppy?
Talking to my chest.
I'm like, what the heck is that? Okay, but it's true. That's what we tell our children. You take it one assignment, one test day by day. You don't anticipate. You do anticipate. You do some sort of, you have to do some sort of anticipation in the form of a goal. But you don't let the future overwhelm you. You take that trade and be grateful for that trade until the next trade presents itself. Anyway, hurry up. I gotta get.
This is what you just did to me. Look.
So silly.
My whole top is off.
I blew your top.
Blew my top off. Yo, my head hurts after that.
I think he feels that way because I really am very silent when it comes to trading.
She doesn't say anything.
He thinks I'm not listening. He thinks that I think he talks too much, but I'm listening. But I'm also applying my own knowledge. Because Lulu is a little smart too. I'm not dumb Debbie over here.
Wow.
No offense to people named Debbie.
I know, right? Or after the fact.
Well, that's what they, that's just a name, a random name. How they say negative
Debbie Downer.
Negative Nancy, whoever they are. Even though I do have a friend named Nancy, but she's not negative. Ooh, you saw him?
Right, he said, stop, bro.
Slow your roll. You seen that hand action?
My man. He's like, listen, I'm an OG in these streets,
right.
First of all.
He's like, I'm not.
You're going to stop when I put out one hand.
Right, he's like, I'm not a traffic cop.
I'm the traffic cop. I am Kermit the traffic cop.
People didn't know that was his name.
That was his name, Kermit the Frog. I didn't know that. Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, they used to think they were saying Kermit the Frog, but it was really Kermit. I don't know what the D ever stood for though. But listen, it's about to pour down raining, and I don't have
you can feel it. It's one in the back. It's actually three in the back.
Oh, okay.
I got the real umbrella in the back.
I don't like that big giant umbrella. Why do you, when you smile at people, they don't smile back? What the hell is wrong with them?
I don't know.
Oh, forgive my
it's just common courtesy to smile back, right? I would feel weird not smiling back.
I don't know. Some people might have bad teeth. I don't know. Maybe people do something. Oh.
Bad teeth? That's hilarious.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's knocking y'all off, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna go somewhere where there's some internet, and it won't do that no more. It's about to pour. It looks like it's gonna pour down raining. Real internet around here, like I'm trying to think of where to go. It should go this way. Yeah, let me go. I'm gonna go. I know where I'm gonna go. I know exactly where I'm gonna go now. Actually. Well, no. Before I do that, let me go over here. There's a Dunkin Donuts over here. I can sit outside of there, and it should be able to connect to this. Yeah, but this was too heavy. I couldn't mic drop this right here because this is hard. This is some good stuff. I wanted to make sure that this was recorded in the moment. Yep. Sometimes when you on the vibration, you gotta like get to it right then and there so you can get what you need from it. Because if you leave and then try to come back later, it's not gonna be the same. Not gonna be the same. Yeah, I'm gonna go right over there, right behind this other car, and post up. Should be good right here. Come on, Duncan. Yeah, that should be good. Illegally parked as usual. Mind you, this is not legal where I'm at, but I don't care. All right, so let me see if I can do this here. All right. All right. I don't want that. So what internet is this connected to? There we go. Dunkin Donuts, baby. Good old Dunkin. All right, we good. Continue to the internet. Yes. Yes. All right. All right, we back. We back. See this feed for a second. Is this still good? All right, should be good. Now, if it's still doing it, you'll see that, right? That shit is whack, man. All right, anyway, we're gonna go with it. All right. All right, so let me come back up in the comments real quick. Jelani like, who pissed Mark off? Oh, snap. JT said me. Oh, man. Don said, at the end of the day, the person you have to look up to is yourself. You are your own success, your own pilot, your own navigator. That is a fact. Jay Carly said, I went above and beyond. I tried to do what Mark wasn't even doing. Just retarded. And I concur. Yes, she did. Adele, no one, Jelani, he's having a moment of clarity. Yes, he is. Rich says, when running a marathon, you cannot take a taxi to the finish line. That's a straight DQ. Run your own pace and win your own race. Damn. Who is this? Oh, this might be my wife, actually. Hello? You, they don't take cards? Come on. Damn, I done left. Can you? Well, no, they probably not gonna see you if you don't pay, right? Is that what she's saying, or can you just tell them you? That shit is stupid. They should just take cards, but whatever. Well, don't worry about it. Just do that for now. If anything, I'll give it back to you. How that ain't gonna happen? That is gonna happen. All right, babe, I'm hanging up. Sometimes. All right, but the doors of the church are open. Come on, elevation. Yep. Riding with the Fullers. Y'all crazy. Y'all be go with it. Walker said Mrs. Fuller said the same thing the market been saying all day. Oh man. JT, the market is determining it. Yep. J Carly, I love when we comment exactly what he's about to say. It never fails. Never fails. Nabith, what's happening? Rich has said not everyone wants pork chops. That was funny. JT said I love pork chops. Oh snap. J Carly, this makes me want to open the sports ball but have the chart on the big screens. Don, greed leads to poverty. Greed inclines people to act impulsively in hopes of gaining more. Mm. This is why the market reflects life all the time. Miss Full about to have a mic drop. Yeah, she did. She definitely did. That was a couple of them. JT said Mrs. Fuller better traded than me. Yeah, crazy. You have to make sure every part of the business is running with precision and at a high level. So the customers always come back. Bam. Making sure you're popular throughout the week. The shit. That's crazy. They just keep, I don't know why I keep, um, whoo, look at what Walker said. When the customer shows up, be ready to deliver your product. Come on. Come on. What that sound like? What does that sound like? When MRMH comes, be ready. Listen. Mm. When the follow-throughs come, be ready. Ernest, at a point, do you send signals though? Don said she took over the live cast. Of course, yes, she did. Matthew said, I bet Mrs. Fuller knows this all subconsciously. Bingo. Because she definitely don't listen to me consciously. She definitely don't listen to me consciously. Grumpy, this Lulu trade? No, but she will be. She will trade. Adele, he stayed prepared. Walker, TA Live always brightens up my day. Training about to be greatness as always. Check y'all later. Yes, it will. Capital One, has anyone else's feed frozen? Yeah, it's acting stupid right now, man. It's acting retarded. Rich said, don't let the greed succeed. All right, cool. All right, so I got through all of the comments. All right, so that's good. But yeah, so Grumpy, I hope you understand like what we were kind of getting at by going through all of that, like taking you through that whole example. That was very powerful just now because what we're doing in trading and the fact that we're treating trading as our business it's literally just like a traditional business as far as the way that you have to treat it and the way that you will see success in the business. You don't see success in a traditional brick and mortar business by not being open every day and finding out what people like the most. What products do they gravitate to the most? Trying out different products. Like if you think about it, when you first open up a business, that's similar to the equivalent of when you first start training with Team Alliance, right? You don't know anything, but there is knowledge that's coming to you. In other words, because you're open every day in the business, the market is giving you more information, right? The market, as in the customer base, the people that are going to be coming to your business and showing, because you're open, right? They can't come if your store not open. So the equivalent of your store being open is you being ready and prepared through the training process to be available and only execute what you're being trained to do. If you busy trying to do a bunch of other shit that's not relevant, when the market is ready to give it to you, in other words, when your customer's ready to buy, you can't sell it to them because you doing other shit. You're not at the register. You're not providing customer service. They wanted to get something and you ran out of it on the floor. You got to go to the back to get it. But you in the back smoking a cigarette. So you missed out on that sale because you in the back smoking. That's the equivalent that people do. Instead of you focusing on what you're supposed to do and the execution of your business, you doing a bunch of other stuff, trying to accelerate it. But in the end, you're actually slowing your business down in the process. Because now when the customer comes and they ready to buy, AKA when the actual trade that you waiting to see comes, you're not even around to take advantage of the trade. Because you off chasing the other business that's similar to yours, because that business looks better to you than yours does. You trying to do what they're doing. In other words, you chasing all or none mark. But that business been open for 27 years. You just opened. How are you going to become them? You can't become them. But they gave you the blueprint for what you're doing. You sell the same stuff as them. So what do they actually do? Not, oh, well, I'm trying to have the same success he got. That business been open for 27 years, though. How you can't have the same success as him at that level. But you can duplicate the blueprint that he given you. He literally told you how to take your store and have success like him. What that sound like? That like this shit is crazy right now. Like the nuggets in this live stream is just straight retarded. Matthew said Mark and another person could have the 27 years of time in the market. Second person comes on and off. Mark has been there consistently, same length of time, but not the same amount of time put in. Oh my goodness. Now yeah, YouTube definitely acting up. Let me see something. Oh wait, it might have came back for y'all. It might come back. I don't know. But it's dropping. I can see it dropping everybody off, which is crazy. Tell you, man. See, because this knowledge right here. Yeah, but this is hard. This is some good stuff right here. My goodness. Yeah, but in any case, yeah. So we're gonna see as time goes by. Um, things continue to unfold, and I'm always thinking outside of the box, and always thinking about others more than myself. Because of that, I continue to experience a very high level of success. So it's like to realize is a universal principle is that when you give more than what you're expecting, you get more than what you're expecting. That is ill. When you give more and your giving is more than what your expectation of receiving is, you actually get more than you were expecting to get. And that is the reason why Team Alliance continues to thrive and to elevate. That's the reason why it's becoming easier and easier for newer people when they come. That's the reason why you'll begin to see more actual success stories coming from us, because it's going to be more and more difficult to fuck up. Like it's getting harder now to mess this up. It's not easy to mess this up now. I can see in the past where it was much easier than it is now. Now for you to mess this up, you just are not doing it. That's all it is. If you train and you do this, it's going to be very difficult for you to mess up, because you're not being trained to do nothing else. So that means you voluntarily are making a decision not to do this, not to work on your patience and your discipline, not to not deviate, not to focus. You making a conscious decision to do those things. But this training is only that. So that's how I know that if you're not succeeding as a result of the training, it's because you're not doing it. It's not because of anything else. Even if you are severely beat up, like you ain't got no patience, you just thirsty. Even if you thirsty like that, if you make the decision to train and to let this stuff begin to sink into you and to seep in subconsciously, it's impossible for you not to be affected by that. You're going to be affected by that. You're going to stop. You're going to start slowing down. But like I said, you can choose to train or you can choose not to. If you don't, you can join training and not train. Some of you do that. Some of you join and then don't train. It doesn't make sense. You might as well not join. If you're going to join and not train, what sense does that make? The purpose of you joining and training is so that you can train. And training is exactly what we be doing. You see what we do. What do I do every day? I'm live streaming. We training at night. I'm on the charts all day. And actually, I'm not on the charts. Okay, let me not say that. What I mean is, when I'm on the charts, I'm focused and I got the timer set and I'm enjoying my day. Actually, I'm doing a bunch of different things. When I get the opportunity, I'll be in front of the chart. And when I'm there, I'm ready. The doors of the business are open. Today's special is clam chowder. And whoever gonna come for the clam chowder is coming. Oh, y'all don't like clam chowder on Tuesday? All right, we'll put the clam chowder out tomorrow, Wednesday. See what that do. That's the equivalent of you being prepared for when the market is gonna give it to you. Put out the chowder every day until you figure out what day. people decide to like the most. Oh, this week they like Wednesday. You got a lot of information now. You see what I'm saying? But you were prepared. You know what's funny? I never ate clam chowder. I don't know why I'm saying clam chowder. You know what? I do know why I'm saying clam chowder. Because clam chowder is a very popular daily special. That's why. If you anytime you go to a restaurant, or not even a restaurant, but like when you go somewhere where there's a lot of restaurants, like local spots, you know how they put the little sign in front of their business? And usually it's like a chalkboard, right? And they got it written down. When you see special of the day or soup of the day, especially if it's soup of the day, right? If it's soup of the day, it'd be clam chowder. It's either chicken noodle soup or clam chowder. I don't know why. Mind you, I never had clam chowder in my life. But that I picked that up because it's subconscious. That's subconscious. That's just for me seeing that. I definitely see that for me to be talking about clam chowder and never had it. That's crazy. But yes, we talking ourselves right into some food. You know that. Definitely are. Yep. JT, so he said I want the pork chops too. Oh man. Now I'm trying to figure out what to eat today. Shit. Y'all talk me into something. It seems like I kind of want some barbecue wings though. Like I ain't gonna front. Like I want like barbecue wings and like rice. Like rice with like a gravy on it or something. Maybe barbecue wings with like rice and peas with like a chicken or a beef stew gravy on the top. Like I could go for that. Yeah. Barbecue chops might be on the menu. Hey now. You ever tasted that? I never had barbecue. I never had pork chops like barbecued. I always eat pork chops fried. Always. Fried pork chops. Barbecue pork chops? What? So hold up. Wait. So how was it like how was it prepared though? Is it like JT said they fire? What? Chip said they good on the grill. What? Where I been? See, because what it is y'all live in places where y'all cook like that too. Like y'all in the South, a lot of you, right? I know Matthew's in Florida. JT, where you at? JT, you in Florida too? Where they really like cook good too. That's how it was when I went to visit my mother-in-law. Oh, Chip in Florida too? What? Oh, JT in Colorado. Okay. Nah. I saw that, J. Carly. I still eat pork sometimes. But I know the video you're talking about. When they show how they slaughtered them. Yeah, they show you that one, they show the one too with how they kill chickens. And it's terrible. I don't believe that all of them do that, but they was doing it, the ones on that video. I say, ain't nothing stop me from eating pork or chicken. Chops go on the grill in the fryer, on bread, no bread. Ooh, Eddie said barbecue chops with pineapple. That sounds good. Y'all making me mad hungry right now. Damn. Barbecue chops with pineapple. And I like pineapple on some foods. Like, yeah, grill the right. I was just about to say, grill up that pineapple too. Yeah, y'all mad greedy, man. Y'all are mad greedy. Oh man. J Car, let me grill a pineapple, put barbecue sauce on it. Seafood diet, yeah. Yep, I see food. All kind of food, shit. Yeah, but we had some wings the other day, man. And the sauce on these wings, oh my goodness. Couldn't believe it. I'm like, damn. This right, like I was like, you must have like took Sweet Baby Ray's and y'all calling it your own sauce or something. Cause that's the only thing that I could even think of that's even remotely close to what it was. But it was that sauce was delicious. That barbecue sauce was the truth. Yeah, nothing calms the rant man like food. You right about that one. Yep. But I kind of want shrimp too. Like I feel like some shrimp too. JT said nobody made better barbecue sauce like your cousin. Country grilling. Man, listen. Don't make me come to Boulder. Oh my goodness. Just how I scratch my beard. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, but definitely barbecue grilled shrimp. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Chip said wings that are grilled are great. Of course. Of course. Now we talking. Yep. Everybody hungry as hell now, right? Market got a big stop sign on it. They don't do nothing. Rich said, question regarding Project 21. Will you be taking all trades that meet parameters we've said, or will they be marked trades? There will be more than likely the trades that are follow through trades that if I'm around like in a group and you see me post MRMH and then there's a follow through, I'm really trying to show the closest that I can get to what a new person would be likely to experience when they actually begin trading live, once they've gone through training and they've elevated themselves to the point where they can actually doing a part of a complete process of something, and you understand the foundation of the process to the fullest. The fact that you understand the foundation of the process, I'm not going to say it eliminates the needs for um like rules or parameters that you set. It doesn't eliminate the need for that, but what it does is it emphasizes the requirement to have that before these rules even apply. It's kind of like what I think the majority of people do is they will gravitate to the parameters because you're trying to get to the end before you do the beginning. Like, it's easier for somebody to try to get to the end because you're trying to get to the end result, the result that comes after the process. So because you're trying to get to the result faster, you go straight to the end of the process too. That's why people gravitate towards the parameters, because that's the last part. of the process. Makes sense, right? So within that, now when you focus on just parameters, you bypassing the first part in many instances of the process. And it's like, well, you and YouTube just on some other shit. The rules that you set only have value to give you precision is right to be present to even have a trade in the first place. That's what the parameters are doing for you. But if you try to do the parameters without the foundation, you're going to lose anyway, because you're not going to do the parameters. You're going to do your version of what the parameters are. You pick it and choose it. Like, oh, this one, it had this, and this. It had everything. It's like, did it? What you're excluding from the parameters is the foundation. The foundation is built into the parameters. But if you focus on getting to the result and you go just to the end, all you focusing on is the parameters by themselves. And you're excluding the foundation that has to be included within. You see? And if you exclude the foundation of that, that's where you're going to fall by the wayside. And that's how you drift off. And, you end up, now you taking trades. All at the wrong time. Taking trades left and right, trying to, get the market to conform to the parameters. And then when it does that, but you're outside of the timing, your timing is all off. And then you end up losing the trade when you took the trade when the parameters were validated. Because you didn't really take the trade when the parameters were there. Because in all actuality, the parameters are the foundation being there. That's the main one. Regardless of what you do. If you do whatever you do at the wrong time, it means that you really don't have the parameters down. You're doing something else. So it gets a little tricky, but it's really not that tricky. It's really not that tricky. I like that. Jay Carly, the customer called me a B 3 times last night. I don't know if I was upset because he said it or because I wasn't acting like one. Yeah, I'll be okay if I'm acting like one. They bold on the phone. Telephone tough, he said. Shit, people don't say things to my face, and I won't even bust a grape. JT, I used to change my voice like the movie Sorry to Bother You and lie all day on the phones. It got me Employee of the Month. Your representative voice. Matthew, I sold cars in a 90% white area, sold more cars than anyone ever at that dealership. Only black guy in sales and crushing everybody, wearing Jordans every day. That's it. Like a boss. Sales is body language and verbal. You must have mastered the script and need psychology. He said, I mastered fitting needs. I didn't care what you bought. Some salespeople want to sell you what they want to sell. I just wanted to sell you something, period. Right, you're in sales. That's it. That's an interesting way to think about it, because it's like, all right, are you in sales or are you in car sales? Depending on your mentality, it's different. I think the person with the mentality of being in sales, they're gonna sell more, because you don't look at yourself as a car salesman. And through osmosis, you'll end up selling more of whatever is being sold. It just happens to be cars. Yeah, definitely reminds you of the market. Yep. So much of the stuff that we talk about is just a reminder of the same thing that we witness in the market all the time. The same thing earlier we was talking about with the business. That shit right there is identical. That was an excellent analogy right there. That was crazy. Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry about that. Maybe I can turn this off for a minute. JT said, I'm never losing again. Time to wait for MRMH. Confident, ready to go again. Shit. Matthew said, that's how I was taught to approach selling cards. I'm running my own personal business. Ah, there we go. All right, JT. See you tonight in training, if anything. Ooh, excuse me. Wow. Oh, okay. he said, wait, I'm still here. Just saying thanks. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Always nuggets on the vibration all the time. Yeah, but that's what the market will do. So and then I continue on with the next week because today's Thursday. So I'm gonna set off what I'm gonna go into starting next week. But I'm actually gonna start today. But it's gonna carry over into next week. Rich said, gotta treat training like Groundhog Day. Use every new day to correct your mistakes. Eventually leading to a perfect day. That's it. And understand, like, a perfect day means you didn't lose. People, it's like perspective. Perspective. Oh, you had a good day in the market? Hell yeah. I ain't lose. Hell yeah. I ain't lose nothing. The day was awesome. Oh, when last time you had a trade? 3 days ago. A week ago. So, like the perspective changes as you begin to really start to assign value on more important things that really have more value. It's kind of like people look at something in terms of today all the time. Oh, well, how much money you make every day? Why you ain't asking me how much money I make every year? And I'm just saying, like, as a question, you ain't asking me how much money did I make, over the last 3 months. You didn't say how much did I make over the last month. So it's always a short term mentality that people have most of the time. They're like, oh, well, you're supposed to be making money every day. Who said I'm supposed to be making money every day? And then if we look at making money, what does that even mean? Because you're dealing with something that has the potential for you to lose if you don't know how to execute and how to remain consistent. So that means if you could lose, then it ain't just about making it. But this is, see, this again, lack of education and information has people just thinking a certain way and having a certain mentality to begin with. They associate trading with, oh, how much you make per day. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, all day. All day. Matthew said instant gratification mentality, all because they are sizing up what they can potentially make quickly, even without knowing what you know about the market. Go ahead, Buddha. That was hard. Don said trading shouldn't be approached needing to make money, but should be approached as you know there's money to be made. Mind shift. Mm. That's hard right there, man. Damn. Rich said a friend was telling me about the TV shows he recently got into, like 3 or 4, at least 30 minutes viewing time each. When I mentioned trading a TA, he said he ain't got the time. Yeah, man. People be retarded. Like they be retarded and they would be wanting to stay retarded because sometimes if you just listen, you'll get way more than if you just be talking. People love to talk because people like to justify their comfort. You know, like that's a good example right there. He want to tell you about all of that shit. It's just like when people be talking about shows. Yo, did you see Power? No, no. Yo, did you see such a? No, I didn't. And it's like, well, what do you be doing? Whatever I want to. I don't have to be doing that to be doing something. And it's like, like you can kind of see this the type of stuff that people do when they're not emphasizing or putting something of value at the forefront aside from being entertained. So a lot of people, most of the time, they just want to be entertained. That's why they watch shows and stuff like that, because they're not spending their time really doing anything to build up themselves, more than likely. I'm not going to say that that's always the case, but most of the time when somebody is like a couch potato and all they care about is shows and entertainment and being entertained, it's because they don't have any value on anything really of value. They don't have anything that they consider to be valuable enough aside from their entertainment and being entertained. To them, that's valuable. And it just is what it is. That's a whole mentality within itself. Like people that are like that, so I run into those type of people probably way less often now because I don't even put myself in that world. Just like when I meet people, when I meet newer people, like you might meet somebody in person or through an acquaintance or whatever, and then they start talking about trendy stuff that's in the mainstream, and you don't know about it. Like they'll be bugging out because I won't know certain things about stuff. I'm like, I don't know and don't care. Well, what do you do? Oh, I trade and I really just be training so I can become better at trading. This is what I say to people. Well, what do you do? Well, I trade the markets for a living and I also train so I get better at it. One line. And then they'll be looking like where'd that come from? So no, I don't care about Power. No, I don't care about whatever's on TV. Dancing with the Stars. I don't care about the Super Bowl. I don't give a shit about Trump. I don't care about any of that. And they can't comprehend that because they're like, well, I don't understand what you be doing if you're not doing that. I'm doing a lot. I'm doing plenty. I'm just not doing what you're doing. So it's interesting. It is muy interesante. Oh, come on, Dunkin Donuts. Don't do me dirty. You're doing so good. All right, there we go. Came back. There we go. All right. Don said abundance mindset eliminates any trace of thirst. Yes, it did. Yes, it does. Patrick, I just logged on, heard you read Don's nugget, and I'm logging off. Drop the log. I stopped listening to clowns telling me they want to learn how to trade, always on some day island. Right, right. Someday island, right. JT, I don't have to trade to make videos about the market. I can talk about it. Boom. Matthew, I'm entertained by my success and the success of the team. I can make a sporting event and be okay with that. My favorite teams can lose, and I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with any of us losing. Yo, did you just hear that? Mind you,